You could argue toughness is one of, if not the most important trait for a football player. And we know Baker Mayfield is tough, but sitting him for tonight's game with his injured shoulder against the Broncos is a smart move. And the expectations are really high in Cleveland. The Browns won a playoff game last year, and they hope to go even further. Case Keenum is a capable, experienced backup, but if you look at where this franchise wants to go, expects to go, you're going to need Baker Mayfield to lead them there. Not that they need Baker Mayfield to be the next Dan Marino, but you got a running game with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt, even though they're not healthy. You got a really good offensive line. You got some impact players on defense. And I don't know if this time off will help Baker Mayfield because it's his left shoulder. But for the Browns team that has legit postseason aspiration, you got to do whatever you can do to make Baker Mayfield healthy or healthier. But in fairness to Baker Mayfield, he's played for how many head coaches? At least 3. How many offensive coordinators? At least 3. It's really tough to ask somebody to show stability when the organization has had no stability whatsoever. But you have Kevin Stefanski in there. You do, I think, have an offensive blueprint for success with your team. Run the football, play action. Baker Mayfield in a different generation would be a game manager. Quarterbacks don't like to be referred to as game managers now. But back when you had Bart Starr, Brian Griese, a lot of quarterbacks were game managers. You could even say Joe Montana was. Troy Aikman was a game manager. These guys weren't throwing for 35 touchdowns. Baker Mayfield has to almost embrace that. And this is what this team is. This is who we are. You don't want to color outside the lines here. You want to do what you do well. And if you now have stability, or at least you think you do, tap into that. I'm not trying to make something more out of Baker Mayfield than he is. But there's nothing wrong with being a Troy Aikman type quarterback. Take what you can when you can. Be reliable. Be available. Don't do stupid things like trying to make a tackle on an interception. Run the football. Rely on your defense. Don't make mistakes. Score in the red zone. Touchdowns, not field goals. Like, those are the goals that Baker Mayfield and the Browns should have. There's a lot of guys who have a lot of numbers, but they don't, what do they have to show for it? Phillip Rivers has a lot of passes, passing yards, touchdowns. Matt Stafford, they have nothing to show for it. Baker Mayfield should look at this as, I'm a field general. I remember Alex Smith would be so upset at me because I called him a game manager. And I meant it as a compliment because there are game managers in the Hall of Fame. Not everybody's Patrick Mahomes. There are a lot of quarterbacks who want to be or think they are, and they're not. But that means understanding your coaching staff, what they want, what is the game plan, what are our strengths, what are our weaknesses, what's my strength, what's my weakness. And Baker Mayfield, be a game manager. Yeah, McLovin.
By the way, if you need them, I have a whole list of excuses if Case Keenum doesn't play well tonight. This is by the way, same problem, Baker. Everybody's out. The whole team's out.
Is Teddy Bridgewater playing?
I believe so.
Todd, is Teddy Bridgewater playing for your Broncos?
He's expected to play, as what I heard so far as last night. But there's always that Drew Lock.
That's what you're hearing?
That's what I'm hearing. I'm doing my Jimerson Jr. III. I'm hearing that Bridgewater should be able to play tonight.